Hello, everyone. Hello. Sanibonani, welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel sikhuluma ngama-reality TV shows, ama-celebrities kanye nama-YouTubers. If it's your first time joining me today and you really like the content on this channel and you are on YouTube, do not forget to press the subscribe button. If the button is black, it means you have not done the things. Okay, I am so sorry that I am like 15 minutes late. Okay, but better late than never. If you're joining me from Facebook and Twitter, welcome. It's good to have you here, you guys. Listen, just a minute, you guys. I'm gonna try and go live on TikTok as well and see if it works out today. And then we're going to start talking about umgos. Okay, thank you so much to the people that have been here for a while and waiting. And that is Ulindelwa Koyiya is here, and we also have Anna Mohapi is here. Okay, let me highlight you guys, okay, because you are very important members of the family. You show up very early for the family meeting. I appreciate you so much. Jabusi Nyong'o is here. Thank you so much for being here. Nokolo Mhlanga is here. African Salt is here today. Our show is going to catch the live that you are going to catch a live and maybe even several, okay, because it's a weekend. I'm home, so I'll be able to do a few lives today. Abigail Baloyi is here. Thank you so much for joining me. Lindelo Koyiya Oksalayo uze wafika. Yes. You are here, you guys. So thank you so much. So let me just try this. And then we are going to begin, you guys. I did ask a question on my title. Uguti, would you guys, why do I look like I have a lipstick on the phone? Why are my lips red? Candy, what did I put on my lips? I put Vaseline. I don't know why my phone is showing me as if I have. Okay, let me put the topic here. Hey, yabona ukufunda into zengane la. Add details about your life. Hayi angazi ngi-add plan. Allow to talk to okay. I think I'm there, okay? I think we are doing it today. Okay, let me put it here on the site so that the TikTok people will be able to see me too. Hello, people from TikTok, even though there's nobody now. But anyway, you guys, listen, we're growing family in different platforms because listen, different platforms work differently. And sometimes if you just want to make your side sense or rents only on YouTube. Hey, we've learned to go to YouTube can be up and down. So it's good to be on other platforms as well. So we are trying to grow the family on other platforms. We have Facebook, we have Twitter, and we're also now on TikTok. Okay, so please make sure that you follow me over there. It's Ntando Mdletshe all over. Okay. Hi LCM, thank you so much for being here, joining us. Listen, you guys. So there was a funeral yesterday. Zoleka Mandela, you guys. Unfortunately, she did pass away last Monday, and yesterday it was the funeral. And yo, guys, hey, Bo. I thought it's just us average people that just have drama every time there is a funeral. There's a funeral in the family because there's always something happening. There's always people that are fighting about where the person should be buried. This person was married; they must go be buried there, and what. And there's always a rich aunt here trying to control everybody. Every family has it, but I was like, I didn't expect it for the Mandela family to also be the same, especially for it to be so public, you guys. Even if there were fights, I did not expect that as the public, we were going to get to know what was happening with the funeral. Of course, yesterday, you guys, when I did a live, I did not want to talk about it because on the lives, we're having fun and stuff, and we laugh. Sometimes we laugh about things. Even some of the viewers would not understand some of the jokes we make here. So I didn't want to seem like we were not taking the fact that it was her funeral. I didn't feel like it was right for us to seem like we were making fun of somebody's passing. Okay. So, yes, you guys, by the way, may her soul rest in peace. It looked like she had a really beautiful And I guess for the most part, respectful send off because they did have a service for her. And it wasn't one of those services. Lapho kugcwele khona abantu abaningi. I felt like it was small. Anyway, from what I saw, it felt like it was small. The casket looked beautiful. And it always seemed weird when you have to say that the casket looks beautiful, but it did look beautiful, you guys. It was different. I haven't seen a lot of like white caskets, so it was beautiful, you guys. It was a beautiful send off. I'm glad that as the public, maybe there are videos out there that shows the rich aunt, the one that was the one that got the court interdict to actually stop them from burying Uzoleka at the gravesite of the Mandela family. And I'm glad we did not see that drama. Okay, even though Lupina used to sing over standing Njena, but at least they did not show that part of it so much. Okay, so she had a beautiful send off, you guys. So we're going to talk about a few things that happened, you guys. One of the things that first came out while, of course, we were watching the funeral was the fact that Zoleka did leave behind a list, you guys. She did leave a list of people that she did not want at the funeral, you guys. It was the first time for me personally ever seeing something like that. I've seen people draw up like funeral programs for themselves, especially when somebody is not well and they want a particular person to be an MC at their funeral, a particular person to sing at their funeral, a particular preacher to be the one that, does that service for the funeral. I've seen that, but I've never actually seen somebody write a list that I said this and this and that person must not attend my funeral. Okay. I posted that list on TikTok, and there were a few people that were like, one person actually even said that they were once on the list. Okay, they were like, listen, one day I will tell the story, but I was once on the list where I was not needed at the funeral. There were a lot of people there that said, listen, I'm doing the list right now. This is such a good idea. I'm doing the list right now because people like to pretend that they love you. Oh, guys, why are you not telling me I've got the wrong background? My moderators, yes, guys. So there were people that said that they feel like it is a good idea to actually do that. Just do a list, okay? For me personally, you guys, I kind of feel like I don't like once I'm dead, guys, like I am sprinting to the gates of heaven because I know that I need, a reasonable time to negotiate with the Lord, to get into heaven. So I need as much time as I can possibly get, to negotiate with the Lord. That listen, Lord, okay, I might have sinned here and there, but I do need to get to heaven. Okay. So I'm not gonna have no time for you guys. Okay. Whether the inviter Utabo Pesta to my wedding. I really don't care, you guys. You just do whatever it is that I'll be sprinting to heaven. Okay, I will run so fast, you guys. Even if I die somewhere on the road, like when they have to go and fetch your whatever, your spirit somewhere. I mean, they don't need to fetch it. It won't be there. If I die somewhere, I will die there and then run straight home. Just so to make it easy for you, run straight home and do whatever the soul is supposed to do in the house. Because I don't know why they fetch your spirit wherever you pass away. They take it home, and then after that, I'm running to heaven. Okay, so if you guys want, when I have whether if you put at my wedding, I really don't care. Okay, I think the one thing that bothers me about burials, especially as Amazulu, and I guess Amaxhosa too, because I saw that I heard that Ozolega also came home on Friday and then on Thursday and then was buried on Saturday. So I guess Amaxhosa do the same. I always say, and I don't even think this is another thing that makes me feel like I'm not writing no list because my family is not going to do that. Okay, my mother alone is going to be doing her church thing with her church people, whether I'm going to like it or not. So the only thing that I've said, even when I'm at funeral, I was like, hey, Mina, I don't like this thing of me being fetched on a Friday afternoon, and then I'm there sitting in the coffin, and then the whole night, umlindelo, kuculwe, kusonto, the whole night, and then we wake up in the morning, it starts again. And then it's another church service. And then Late, maybe around 3, 4, then that's when I'm going to the grave. If it was for me, they will fetch me early in the morning on the day of the funeral, fetch me early, go to the gravesite, bury me, and then come home and do the whole. Because obviously, in Konzo, guys, it's not really for the person that has passed, okay? Then you can do the speeches and then whatever, and then you can church as much as you want to church, but I must be Mgodini. I don't want to go to Mgodi saying noga noga, guys. I mean, so I never understand that why we just made that decision that the person must come home the day before the coffin spends the whole night at home and then only the following day. By the time the rich aunties and the uncles are having drama, I mean, I want to be phakathi phakathi. But even if they don't do that, guys, I'll be gone. Gone, 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 gone. Ngishile ney'ngane zami, nama expenses, my school fees, everything. I won't even care. Someone will have to take care of that. So I definitely am not the one that is going to make the list because I actually don't think I care much, what's going to happen at my funeral. Maybe I can make a list of what I would love to happen with my kids once I'm gone. Okay, those are the plans that I would make. But in terms of like my funeral, I'm like, hey, man, funa ukuthi need to close nize nikhombise ama-BBL nithweke. Me is there by the Lord begging to go to heaven. I have no time for that, you guys. Anyway, there is somebody on TikTok over there. Thank you so much for joining us. We are on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, and now on TikTok, you guys. Amogelang says hello from Botswana. Today is Botswana's happy 57th day of independence. Okay. Some celebrations over there. Okay, how do you feel about your independence in Botswana? Okay, African Soul said, morning. Oh, geez, it was a small funeral because she indicated she wanted a private funeral and even had a list of people she did not want there yet. But the thing about it is that some of those people were there. Am I not mistaken to say that Mandla Mandela definitely was there as one of the people that gave her a send off, even though it looks like he did leave early, you guys. I wonder if they did tell them prior to the funeral that they were not wanted there. You guys, it's very hard, guys. It's very hard. We did recently send off my aunt, and she did have one instruction that she had given to my mother, and my mother was like, listen, how do I start to tell the people that this is what she said? She will have to forgive me when I meet her in she will have to forgive me when I meet her in heaven. I'll be like, girl, you left me with a very difficult instruction here that I just couldn't pass on to the people. Okay, so it's not as easy to actually put that on and say, listen, this is what the person wanted. Okay, we are on holiday till Tuesday. Ooh, I want to move to Botswana just for that. See, long weekend. I want to come to Botswana just for that so I can have a long weekend. I have my list now. Thanks, Zo. So, Poppy, who do you not want there? Or maybe because, of course, this is a public platform. Maybe you don't say who, but why? Why would you not want certain people? There are people that I would definitely be shocked to see at my funeral, even though I don't necessarily feel like I don't want certain people at my funeral. But there are people that will like, yo, nawe uzongcwaba mina. You are here for my funeral. So there are definitely people that I will definitely be shocked that they are at my funeral, but I don't know if I would really care. The funeral, guys, is not for the person that has passed, to be honest with you. And I do understand Zoleka's request, because if you think about it, especially with the man that she says allegedly abused her. I mean, who wants her artist or someone who AS her at her funeral? So I can understand that. So, but I don't have that situation. It will be just other things that will make me be like, oh, I don't want this person at the funeral. That's why I say that I don't care, I'll be gone. The funeral is for the people that are left. Now, you guys, let's just say that my kids feel like they don't want certain people at the funeral, or my family feels like they don't want certain people at the funeral. They can absolutely do that. I don't have an issue with that. They can absolutely do that. But for me, I feel like I won't even be there. So I wouldn't. Okay, so why would you say certain people mustn't come, Poppy. That would be interesting to hear, actually. Let me see. I've skipped something. You jiwa ngweza. I'm reading your name in Zulu, and I know it's not Zulu, so probably different. Good morning, my first time catching the live since I joined. Thank you so much for coming in. Welcome to the family. The list idea is not good for closure. It should also leave a lot of trouble for those left behind. They will alone cause enough trouble. It is, you guys, it is. And you're no longer around to explain. Maybe the people around her, the people that were more closer to her in the family, understand. So the thing that was coming up in the comment section too, on TikTok, was that people are saying, okay, fine, she did the list and she said she doesn't want these people in the comment section, and it's mostly family, but she has kids that she's leaving behind. So where does that leave the kids? Because then it means that, basically she's eliminating a whole group of people from the family that could probably contribute to taking care of her kids. Okay. So I thought that there was a good point, because obviously if she doesn't want Mandla at her funeral, she probably doesn't want Mandla or anybody that is associated with Mandla to take care of her family. If she doesn't want the king at her funeral, anybody that's associated with the king is probably not going to be the one that would take care of the kids. So it kind of feels like she is eliminating a whole group of people who potentially could help with the kids. But at the same time, you guys, if the person did ASU while growing up in that way, you don't want that kids around your kid. You don't want that person around your kids. Okay, so I understand that point, but I feel like Vele, it wouldn't be like that. Like if you don't get along with your aunt, then you don't want to leave your kids with your aunt, because she probably won't be treating your kids right, you guys. I am not sure who will be taking care of your kids. And also, I don't know how big the Mandela family is, you guys. And now it was on, hey, now it's on top of me. When it's on top of me. Like with us black people, we might not even care that much about you while you are alive. In families, there's always that person, mhlampe nje, who is oyiphara nje noziphuzelayo. Everybody seems to be irritated by their presence and existence and whatever. Even when that person passes, hey, people will come down from Johannesburg. Those who are overseas are flying back just to bury the person, when they really were not really that caring about what was happening with that person. So obviously, me being a part of the family, imagine if I was a part of the family now, seeing those people, have been like, yo, so I had to die, for you to care about me. So yes, you guys, for some reason, we just believe that for the funeral, you have to show up, even though you didn't care much about the person. And Precious Pearl, good morning, good morning. Sambi Lemawere, hello. I buried my husband on Wednesday. He also had a list, and the family from Zim was angry, but I had to fight for his right to be buried the way he wanted. Sambi, you mean this past Wednesday? Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. I'm really sorry to hear about that. I think, Nami, if it was my husband, I would have you guys to fight for that. I think I would definitely tell if my husband left something that said, "Listen, I don't want this and this and that, and I want that." I would rather be hated by people, but I would say, no, he did not want that. This is what he said, or this is what he wrote. Whether people believe me or not, if they hate me after that or not, if it's the other person that has left a list and I'm one of the people that are responsible to implement the list, I'm definitely implementing the list. But I'm saying for myself, I'm definitely not leaving. I don't think I'm leaving a list. If I'm leaving anything, I'm leaving things about the instructions on what to do with my kids. But I'm not leaving a list. Anybody, they can have everybody. Noma bangamema wonke amaphara aseThekwini azo-attenda umngcwabo wami, I don't mind, okay? Usually, the way we live our lives sets the tone for our final send off. Best we take care of our actions and deeds while we still can. That's my 2 cents. Yes, you guys. Listen, a lot of the times, like a person before they pass, they will call the family, they will say, listen, I have something to say, and they will confront the people, will listen, we had an issue here, and there will be forgiveness because they know that they're leaving, and then they will leave people, sort of in that, having that sense of closure in that particular situation. But I guess the situation was too ugly for her to be able to even do that with these family members. Excited that the part of the hey, and uthola ukuthi part of the family is on everybody's funeral cover. Everybody has the part of the family in the funeral cover. So of course they're going to come back from Joburg, from wherever, from Cape Town, to come and bury this para, because they're going to get 40,000 and give the family 3,000. To bury the para. So everybody is usually kind of excited. So I agree. The people are kind of excited. Vele ntando uqasha imoto, uhambisa umuntu esibhedlela, bese file kugcwala imoto. Exactly. Kugcwala imoto eziningi futhi. For the funeral, people always show up for some reason. I don't know. We just believe in that. Okay. Condolences, yes, definitely. Condolences for that. Okay, that is like a reasonably news, Tembile. I hope that you are doing well, sisi. Alungi le ndoda emthathile ibikhona yini ekuguleni kwakhe? Answer my question. Indoda emthathe, which indoda? Because I thought the two men are both her exes. Okay, I was like so confused about people referring to somebody as the ex-husband. Even in article. Okay, guys, I'm going to read the articles now. They're referring to him as an ex-husband, but he's the one that bought ilokhuzana ingcwaba or ithuna. Okay, ithuna la ebekwe khona finally. Okay, and no, that's the thing, you guys. You might not be you might not be there for a person in life, because of course Uzoleka had this fight, was fighting cancer for a very long time, and people had the opportunity to show up for her. You did not have to wait for the funeral to show up for her. The fact that she did not want you at her funeral means that you might not have been there for her during her life and during her struggle with her kids fighting cancer. Now it's another thing for you to now just be deciding that but ngizomngcwaba. But futhi-ke khona lento yokuthi if you are married, even if your marriage doesn't work out, now you can't be married, buried back at home. How do we reconcile that, you guys? If when I'm alive, I make it very clear to my family, this is where I want to be buried. I want to be buried with people of my own family, not my in-laws. And then there's also rules that if you've been married, you can't be buried at home. How do we reconcile that as a family? Okay. If I had to choose, I would just bury the person where they wanted to be buried, because angifuni ukupokelwa mina. Angifuni umuntu abuye azongipokela athi ningcwabe kuphi mina. Okay. In the African communities, burials are important because the bloodlines and spiritual ties after death, something that it can cause bad luck and not attending. Yeah, I guess so. Angithi basuke bezogeza abantu and all of that as a family. I feel sorry for abantwana bazoleka engesenayo no mom. Yes, guys, no mother, no grandmother. I mean, if you pass away while your mother is still alive, you know for sure that the first person that will be able to take care of your kids is your mother, or the second person will be your grandmother. So when they're no longer alive, it is a struggle, you guys. Vele beza bonke bazoclaima banganiki family lose ngcono nonika ifamily like 2,000 rands or something like that. Okay. Unjani Ntombi yami Lindiwe Bam, hello. Siku outage today. Love you though. Oh, sorry about that. Lungi ex-husband Lo sure. And I thought the articles referred to him as an ex-husband. Okay. And I don't think that if he was there for her while she was fighting cancer, she would have said that he mustn't come to the funeral. I don't think so. That wouldn't make sense if he was there. So there must have been a reason for her to say that, you guys. Oh, yeah, he caught alive today. 100. By the way, you guys, please like the stream. Petty Mkunu is here. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it so much, you guys. So I want to read this article, you guys, because in addition to all of the drama that happened, of course, there were claims that the abuse situation, and then Mandla has responded to just say, where he stands when it comes to that, you guys. Um, do I believe what she said happened? Honestly, you guys, I do, because I honestly don't think that somebody is going to just take the time while fighting this horrible disease and knowing that they are on their last days, um, take the time to write down a lie. Okay, I just don't think so. I don't think so. I think that if she says it happened, it most likely did. That's just for me. That is my belief. Okay, I forgot to monetize. Yeah, YouTube pushing and the monetization thing. I need to understand it now. Yeah, so guys, I believe her. I believe her. I absolutely don't think that she was going to take the time to make such a claim if it wasn't true. Usually people forgive their enemies before they pass on. With regards to Zoe final list, that was strange. That's my opinion. And you're entitled to your opinion, honestly. People are feeling like that. There are some people that are feeling like that. Why would you do that? You want to live peaceful and all of that. But maybe for her, that was closer to say, finally, I get to say it. I don't know if she had ever shared it with her family, because initially I had thought maybe that's the reason she doesn't get along with certain members of the family. Maybe she had told them before, and then they had maybe didn't believe her. That's why she did not want to them to be part of the funeral. And yeah, you guys. So but when you read that note, for your information, it kind of feels like it's the first time that whoever she meant for that to go to, it was the first time she's informing that person. If you look at the list, you guys, it's a list of people, but there are people that have um dots next to them. I think it's 3 names. And then she puts the dots at the bottom and says, these men, and then puts the dots and then says what happened to her. So if you look at the list, the ones that are next to the dots, those are the people. And Mandla and the king are the 2 people, 2 of the 3 people where she put the dots next to their names. Okay. I believe her. I believe her. I do wish that she was here to explain. But yeah. So let me see which article should I read first. Okay, let me just do this one, and then we'll do the Mandla, because Mandla did respond to the list and what Zoleka is claiming to say, how he feels about it, you guys. And I think it would have been strange for him to be quiet about the situation, because that is something very serious that he is being accused of. So let's read this citizen article. Okay, let me just make it a bit smaller. Guys, please don't forget to like the stream. Akusashisi eDurban, guys. Akusashi. Lapho siyasaba ukuya beach phela abantu basanda kumoka. Ngithi nizwile ukuthi not so long ago there was a mini tsunami at the Durban beach. Now I'm in Durban next to the beach. I'm scared to go to the beach. But the way it's so hot, hey, I'm tempted. Okay, so it says here, family member confirms authenticity of the list of people Zoleka Mandela didn't want at the funeral. Because, of course, when the list came out, you guys, there were people that did question whether, the list was real. Because, I mean, it's possible, hey, guys, social media, it's possible that somebody just made that list and then claimed that it was made by Zoleka. Late former President Nelson Mandela's granddaughter, Zoleka Mandela, has confirmed that the authenticity of the list of people who her cousin Zoleka did not want her to at her funeral. Who else has a struggle to read this word, guys? I won't even say it. Okay. I hope it's not a lot of it in this article, because Gizo struggling with food. The list has been widely shared on social media on Friday. Zoleka lost her long battle with cancer on Monday evening at the age of 43. She was very young, guys. We are very young in our 40s. You know, when they say 40, life begins at 40. Hey, we are very young at 40. Her private funeral service was held in Bryanston Methodist Church on Friday. Zoleka wrote the following words at the end of the list. For your information, these men SAB me. Okay, some of the people whose names were on the list were at the funeral service, you guys. I think they had a difficult time probably letting them know. Okay, they probably don't have Uhlanyalwe family, because if they did have Uhlanyalwe family, someone would have been like standing at the gates and saying, Aningeni lana, you know. The list included prominent members of the family, of the Mandela family, including Mandla Mandela, Zinani Mandela, Senior Zamaswazi, Dlamini Mandela, Zintle Mandela, among others. Ndileka, who had just arrived from the US, told the citizen that she is aware of the list of people circulating on social media. There is a list circulating on Twitter that I can confirm that contains the names of people. That was her. There was her dying wish for these people not to attend the funeral. And as you can see here, this is the list. If you look at this list, there's Amanda here, and then Boyele Kaya here, which is the king, and then Mike here. Okay. So it says here, Mandla Mandela appears at the funeral. Despite his name being on the list, Mandla Mandela made an appearance at the funeral. I believe that they said that he did leave a little bit early. Maybe ucelile ukuthi nje ufuna ukungena and then abuye ahambe, okay? And then it says here, earlier this week, Ndileka paid a tribute to Zoleka in a video message. I knew Zoleka from the time she was a baby, so my relationship with her extends from the time she was born. So my memory casts back to the time we would spend in Qunu in jubilant occasions. The one thing that Zoe has taught me is endurance and braving the odds. Listen, you guys, she gave a cancer a good fight. It wasn't an easy fight for cancer. You know, cancer didn't just take Zoleka, she gave a good fight. Okay. I actually thought that she was going to make it. Zoe fought courageously. She knew the odds were stacked against her, but did not discourage her from fighting against the terrible disease called cancer, said Ndileka. Zoleka's memorial service was held on Thursday at the Mandela family home in Soweto, where the family members, friends, and government officials paid tribute to the prolific writer. Okay. So that is what they're saying about the funeral. Okay. Then there is this. Okay, we'll talk about the court interdict just now. Okay, because that article comes from the Sunday World. Okay, so now here the Citizen again talks about what Mandla Mandela says about him being accused of what he was accused of. Okay, first let me check if you can see the article. So it says here Mandla Mandela denies being Zoleka after list emerges. Okay. It says Nelson Mandela and Winnie Madikizela Mandela's grandson Mandla has denied abusing his cousin Zoleka Mandela. Mandla also confirmed he was on the list, confirmed attendees at the Zoleka funeral on Friday and paid his last respects to her. I don't know if there was a miscommunication with the family members, because how do you have a list that has people that are not wanted at the funeral, and then you have a list of confirmed attendees, including the people. Including the people that are not. Sorry, my TikTok people. Something happened here. Then the phone fell. Sorry, my TikTok people. So how do you include him in the list of the confirmed guests, but then he was not supposed to be there? I don't know if it's miscommunication, or maybe the family did come together and say, listen, we will still allow, if he wants to come in, we will still allow him. Mandla also confirmed he was on the list of confirmed attendees at the Zoleka's funeral on Friday and paid his last respect. If I wasn't watching Udlozlami, I would say, listen, probably Uzoleka, after he got to the other side and really saw what he has in Kumnani, she really doesn't care if Mandla was at the funeral. But Kudlozlami, sometimes Idlos will be complaining about things that happened at their funeral. I'm like, why do you care? You're no longer here. Sometimes, guys. So I kind of feel like maybe they're going to deal with the consequences of letting them be at the funeral. Mandla also confirmed he was on the list of confirmed attendees at Zoleka's funeral on Friday and paid his last respect to her. Zoleka lost her long battle with cancer on Monday evening at the age of 43. Her private funeral service was held at the Bryanston Methodist Church on Friday. She was taken to Fourways Memorial Park for burial. Mandela said the passing of his cousin is a sad occasion and one which deserves dignity and decorum, and observing last respect for their loved ones. Mandela made the comments after the list of Zoleka did not want her after the list of people Zoleka did not want at her funeral was shared on social media. His name was included on the list. I was on the list of confirmed attendees and accordingly paid my last respect. The timing of the appearance of the list of people who Zoleka apparently did not want to attend the funeral is unfortunate. The allegations of SAB is serious, and I'm very uncharacteristic of people as outspoken as her to leave it undisclosed until her unfortunate demise, Mandla said in a statement. Listen, you guys, those who are new on this channel, who are new on TikTok, who are new on Facebook, the AB word and the AS word, we're not really allowed to use it that much on Facebook, okay? So, yeah, you'll figure it out. Sometimes I change the word. Sometimes it's the issue with using the word. Sometimes it's the issue with how many times you use that word. And then your video might not get monetized because you're using that word. That's why I'm changing it, okay? So I guess he's making a good point here to say, listen, Zoleka was a very outspoken person. For her to be the one that would live without actually saying or disclosing this information, it is something that is unfortunate, okay? I guess you guys, the family would know if it's her handwriting on that list. Do you guys think that there is a possibility that someone else in the family made that list after Zoleka had passed? I don't know, guys. Mandla said that he's shocked that his name is included in Zoleka's list of family and friends who should not attend the funeral. Zoleka wrote the following words at the end of the list for your information. These men, SAB me. I categorically deny the allegations level against me relating to any form of abuse. Guys, I'm sorry to laugh. I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm laughing at me not being able to read. Okay. It is extremely unfortunate that the cousin's sister last rights were mirrored by the unsavory behavior, and that the serious allegations of this nature could be bandied about so irresponsibly. We call on all family and friends to restore respect and dignity, and let Zoleka rest in peace, Mandla said. Listen, you guys, that is like the best response that he could give, because what else could he say, you guys? What else could he say? I don't expect that if he did it, that he will come out here and say, yes, I did. Okay, it will be shocking for us. And it would be unfortunate if he didn't. And now the person that is accusing him of this is not around. But I personally do believe that something must have happened, because why? If that, let's say this, guys, if that list was really written by Zoleka, then I totally believe what she wrote there. But at the same time, I feel like the people have a right to respond however way that they want to respond, because of course she's not here. So if he is responding and saying, I did not do that, okay, then people can choose who they believe, and then we can go on with our lives, because there's not more that we're going to get from the story. The person, the main character in the story is no longer here. Okay, so let me read a few comments in the comment section. By the way, there is a Tembisile. It's a Tembisile there. Freddie, thank you so much for joining me. Natasha, Brian, hello, guys. Buntle Sambane joined from TikTok, guys. I'm forgetting to check you guys there on TikTok. Okay. So it's new us being alive on TikTok. So Anna says, Aibo, did I skip some of the usual people? Okay. True Sissy, he was not there. Who was not there? I believe her too. I believe her too, Lindelo. Mina, what puzzles me is kanti balwelani kangaka kuze kuyo forced a court to move her. If she wanted to be buried in her mother, then why beyiphikise leyo nto? Guys, I mean, I feel like I got the picture of this aunt that just wanted to be evil. You know, I just felt like that. Why would, like, who's going to die if you just let her be buried next to her mom and grandma? Like, who is going to die? Kuzofa bani? It's a Mandela family. You know, you can bury where you want to bury. You don't have to justify it. Like kuzofa bani if you just bury Uzolega where she wanted to be buried. Like I don't understand. Like she took it too far, honestly, in my opinion. She took it too far. Even if there's a disagreement, she could just express it and say, listen, I just feel like because Zolega was married at some point, she should be, you know, buried where her husband's family, her ex-husband's family wanted to be buried and end it there. But you know why would you guys, why would you go that far to even get the court order to just before they put her, guys, the grave is there, the grave is there. Where's this article, guys, that had the picture? It's this one. So basically it was already prepared. Let me just make this bigger. Here it was already prepared. It's there like this. They had to cover it up afterwards because of course then, you know, if court says now they can't bury her there, they didn't have a choice. Now they had to do that. I just don't understand that. Why would you take it that far? Maybe Zonderland, yeah, definitely there were serious issues. Maybe it's not even that serious, but they really hated each other. Agusashisi Epe, hey, guys, it can't be as hot as Devon. It's hot like no more shisha food. You know when you're breathing like hot air. Agusashi said, "Hey, just a few weeks we were complaining." Yes, that's the thing. You know, even Monday when we wake up to go to work, it will be maybe raining and cold. The weather is just weird these days. Okay. And now God is punished. Hey, he is. You know, we've been waiting for Osama. He's like, nalilang. Unezizathu zakhe uzoleka. I wish you can be able to give people notification when they're trying to call. They just get something that says, this person is live. They can't answer. Unezizathu zakhe for a list. Uzoleka. I mean, I don't judge. No, I actually don't judge, but I'm just saying it's not something that I would do because it's just one. I just feel like I won't care that much because I'll be gone. Like, yo, ngizobe ngihlukene ney'nkinga zomhlaba njena. Two, I do feel like more than clarifying things, it just leaves people in just even more conflicts, you know? So, yeah, yeah. But I mean, she had her reasons, you guys. She had her reasons, definitely. So, if Manda didn't go to the funeral, it would have made the allegations worse too. Oh, you think so? But if he got the message that he mustn't go to the funeral and didn't go, I guess other people might have looked at it like maybe he did it, what he's being accused of. Yeah. Um, let's like the live. But it's 96 viewers, 2 likes. Yeah, bo. Why when that doesn't make sense? Okay, and yeah, balance sheet is calling. The scores must balance. What happens on the credits must happen on the debits. When you don't do accounting, that thing so doesn't make sense. What do you mean? You know, what do you mean when I withdraw money in the bank, it goes down? What goes up? You know, but that's a thing. That's a principle of accounting. What happens in the debit happens in the credits because when you withdraw that money, you go and do something else. You might drink liquor and your stomach is full of liquor. That's your credit. After debiting your account. So please like at the stream, okay? And also like on Facebook. And there's definitely someone on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. And like the page over there. Oh, guys, please, I need Amatkosa to tell me how you pronounce Udali. I want to say ngezulu Udali Ngcebo. Yena why bebe ngamfuni Nkosi yami. How do you pronounce Dali Ngcebo? I've been struggling. Mohelang, I don't know what happened to her and her aunt after she raised her after the divorce of her parents. Something very bad must have happened because it seems her aunt brought her up ish life. Listen, you guys, can someone just tell me the aunt, ne? Is the aunt Mandla's mom? That's what I need to know. You know why I need to know that? Ne? Because I feel like if the AP happened at her aunt's house and she tried to tell the aunt that this happened and maybe the aunt didn't believe, I would totally understand the whole conflict, because it's like maybe that's where it comes from. Okay, but I'm not understanding who belongs to which aunt in terms of everybody, the cousins. Okay, if I understood that, then I would understand maybe where the conflict comes from. Okay, so you guys, in the Sunday world, this is what they're saying about what happened at the funeral with Uzolega not ending up being buried where she wanted to be buried, because she had left instructions that she wanted to be buried where her mother and grandmother were buried. But to auntie, the rich auntie, was like, ran to court, got the court order to be like, no, you can't bury her here. And it looks like she was in cahoots with her husband or ex-husband, and then she ended up having to be moved. And apparently some of the family members were not happy about it and ended up leaving the funeral because they just didn't understand why she was being moved to be buried somewhere. Zoleka Mandela sent off backed by drama and family divisions. Okay, what was meant to be a dignified and peaceful day turned out to be a full of drama as Zoleka Mandela was laid to rest. Zoleka was not buried alongside her grandmother, Winnie Madikizela Mandela, at the Fourways Memorial Park on Friday, as initially reported, after Zenani Mandela obtained a court interdict to stop her from being buried at the Mandela plot. As a result, police were called to make sure that she was not buried next to her family. Namaphoyisa at the funeral. Like, guys, this aunt is very dramatic, okay? Hello, Ndaba, Tilion, and Brian on TikTok. The source did not want to be identified because of fear of victimization, said Zolega's ex-husband. A source who did not want to be identified because of fear of victimization said Zolega's ex-husband had purchased another grave for her at the memorial park. Guys, I wonder who she's buried next to, like next to some random strangers. There was drama here, and they had already dug a grave for her next to her family, but the husband refused them to bury her there, said the source. They ended up burying her where the husband had planned, and the family ended up. Yeah, but you know, like I said in the beginning, that guys, now I don't care. Like, I would live to go beg the Lord to get to heaven. So I won't care what happens. But I think this one particular thing will make me want to come back, give up okay. Because guys, like, really, like, you are going to bury me. You are my ex-husband. I've said very clearly that I want to be buried with my family. Now you come and fetch me to go bury me somewhere with strangers. You even bring like police to my funeral. La yabona lana ke la ngiyabapokela impela ngasho ngasho to Lord, I know I was begging to come to heaven. Ima kancane ngicela nje ukuthi ngiyodila nalabantu laba. Like nje the first week after ngishonile mina ngebalala ebusuku until they move me. There was drama here. Okay, I've read that. They ended up burying her where the husband planned, and the family ended up being divided. Sunday World witnessed as an empty grave was being covered up, and also saw the grave where she was laid to rest away from her beloved family. I wonder if it's the same, like grave sites, like it's the same area but a different grave, like away from the family. That would be better than just her being taken to a different place. The plot where Zoleka Mandela was meant to be buried. So this is a picture, you guys. That is, if you can see it, of it. Obviously, they have to. I guess they'll have to use it next time another family member passes away. The names in the diary entry. The list that was published on social media on Friday, but I think that information we've spoken about it enough. Okay. Yeah, that's what they're saying, you guys. So it was the aunt that actually got the my understanding is that the aunt working with the husband got the court order. I'm sure the aunt was like, Mkhwenyana, uyavuma now, uyavuma ukuthi angixatshele lapha. Let's get the court. You know, I don't think the ex-husband will care that much because as I told him court orders. I feel like it was more the influence of an aunt, but that is just my opinion, you know. Hello, Elena's Chronicles. Hello, Bunhle from TikTok and Brian. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. Nosia Bulela. Thank you so much for joining us from TikTok. It's our new family on TikTok. We are also on YouTube, on Facebook, and also on Twitter. Make sure that you follow me over there as well. Linda Lokoya says, the aunt, this auntie is, I think, mm-mm, I don't like this auntie. You can't be angry with a person even when beyond the grave and you go through so much just to do the thing that they said they did not want done. You know, Mm-mm. Something is not right with this aunt. I'm not liking her. No, it's her mom Kulu who was married in Swaziland and Tina Sazi Uzinzi. It's her mom. Oh, okay. So the aunt, the court order aunt, is that what you're saying? Because there is a you know what? That's the research for me. I need to research the family because so to understand the aunts, understand the cousins, understand who gave birth to who raised who. I need to look at that because I'm all confused. A switch aunt raised which aunt raised Zoleka, and how is that aunt related to Mandla? And where in their growing up was Uzoleka around Umandla? You know, because you never know. Maybe while they were growing up, that what she's claiming happened. Ibuhlungu lento kaZoleka ubechazile why bebeforce ifamily ingaba zenzisi bezela ukuzoshaya umthetho baqambe amanga abangani bangcono kunomndeni. Hey, sometimes you find family in friends, because not all families act like families. Wait, how does an ex have a say in? That's a thing. I guess because maybe they're saying traditionally you never really divorced if you were ever lobolwad. So ungcwatshwa ulotsholwe khona, that kind of a situation. Maybe it was that. That's why they decided that you guys. Hi, Weakness. Hi, Busi. Hi, Elna. Pop Z10. And then user who doesn't have a name and Bongs join. Thank you so much. Hello, guys. Hello. Elena's Chronicles. Definitely this this gives Rahat. You remember the Rahat, guys? She brought a man into it's my brother's house. She brought a man. It's the Rahat. Except that Rahat was better because she never got no court order to bury the person at a different place than what they wanted. But it's the same as the Rahat. It's that Rahat the situation. Exactly. And I was like, yo, the last time Vele, we had that much drama and funeral was that. And then the next the dramatic funeral was Lasizwe's father. You remember? You remember Lasizwe wearing a wedding dress at his father's funeral? About my dramatic yo. Hey, she's giving me an idea yokubhala phansi who I wanted my funeral. We're tired of snakes who pretend to be nice at funeral. Yeah, people will pretend to be showing up for you, and then after that they leave your children alone to fend for themselves when they were singing and crying in church while at the funeral. And then if you bury it on Saturday, on Sunday, they're picking up, they're leaving your kids there alone to fend for themselves. Other families are like that. Okay. Listen, my family, they will take the kids. Okay. Because I've seen my family and the kids will be taken care of. Even if ushone, uhlupha, ushone, washona nje, your kids will be okay. It's a shame in my family. That is one thing. The kids will go to school, they will eat, they will take turns buying your kids clothes, even if maybe not fun way, that's my family. But that's more like my family and my mother's side of the family. Because guys, we all know there's something wrong with the father's side. Who is not weighted out by the father? The father side of the family, there's always something wrong with those people. We took the surnames, Pelangova. We have to take the surnames, but there's just always something wrong with that. That family will not even come to my funeral. When I get those people, those are the people that I'll be like, Ngapel. You really came to my funeral. Ngiyakutshela wena. But the mother side, they would even take my kids to get those ones. Ubeguphi lo ex-course, she even had a child after the divorce. Yes, there were two exes that she said she did not want at the funeral. So she had a kids with one guy and then the other one. So I don't know, you guys. I think Auntie just wanted someone to help her to come up with a reason for Uzoleka to not be buried because she was just wanting to be mean. I mean, that's how I interpret the situation. So maybe she contacted the husband because the other one, she was never married to the other one, contacted the husband and said, "Hey, ngeke phela aze angcwatshela. Yabazo aunt, ngeke angcwatshela. We can't bury her here. In she was married. The lobola was what. When I make sure what you do, I mean, I'm gonna get the court order. When you just make sure that you go and buy the other grave so that she can be buried there." I feel like that's the only reason, honestly. It wasn't because really the husband loved his sport, they wanted to pay my son, especially those who are on YouTube. So maybe it would be off. Yeah, but the other platforms are okay. It's a bit slow, even they're trying to change which comment is showing. The auntie is actually the mom kulu. Okay. Here's the thing about the mom kulu thing, because other people, like in my family, my mother's side, the people that are my mother's siblings, those are my aunts. I don't call those people mamncane, mamkhulu. Those are my that are married to my father's brothers. My father's brothers' wives. Those are the people that I call our mamncane or mamkhulu or lon. There is us, okay. But with our kids, like I am my sister's mamncanes, You know what I mean? I don't know how it ended up being changed. So with our kids, my kids call my big sisters mamkulu and whatever. So sometimes, so when you say mamkulu, is it mamkulu on the father's side or mamkulu from the mother side? Zoleka at some point was quite close with her. She even named her oldest daughter. Yes, that's what I was wondering, because injured an accident. Yes, Zenande. After the times same after this namesake Mamkulu. Okay. Is Zenande or Zenande? Okay. Okay, I get that. So obviously they were close enough for her to name. They must have had a falling off after that. Yes, Dando. Enye into kumele ibhekwe. The father side of the family is too weird. And bayafana bonke. How can God allow? Okay, bayafana labo bantu. Futhi yabona, when the father passes, forget it. Now you will see what these people, at least when your father is still alive, they would act like, they like ingane zikaBhuti, and then the father passes, they forget about you. If any family member is going to take care of you, a lot of the times it's your mothers. My cousins from my mother's side, we were like, when we were younger, actually, we were just raised together. Bongo auntie, obani. So they all raised that. But my father's side, it was like, yeah, naba bantu bagini. And they never really show up like that, like really show up for you as a family. Anyway, you guys, listen, we're almost an hour now on this video. I think we should end it here until the next one. Guys, by the way, here is an aunt. This is an aunt. I believe that they said this is her. Yes, and then this is Mandla. I was gonna do no, it's gonna be too long the video, because she did speak at the funeral too, to talk about how she also has cancer. But let me do it in another video, you guys, because this one is just too long, okay? Yeah, it's too long. It's too long. It's too long. We'll do another live and then we'll do that. Anyway, you guys, it's been so great to hang out. If I acknowledge everybody now that was here, it's going to be going to be so long, but I can do it. I can do it. Anyway, thank you, my TikTok people, those that are joined me. I like it. There is 4 likes there. Oh, yes, because Go live for that. Oh, yes, has it ended? Yeah, because I'm over 30 minutes. So Lindelo was here, Anna, Jabu was here, Nokolo, African Salt. African Salt, is that a channel? Guys, please check if African Salt is a channel so you can subscribe. Lindelo, Elsie Amuchelang was here. Ajuang Weza was here. Precious, we must have voice notes on our comment section so that you guys can say your names in the voice recording so I can know how to pronounce your names. Okay. But I told you my problem. So, guys, I have an issue with pronouncing words. It's actually a serious problem that I decided in my life I won't take it very seriously. So it's never an issue of me not being able to read the word as such. I can see the word, I know what it says, I know what it means, but it's just there's certain words that I cannot say correctly. But if we take these things seriously, then they affect you. So it's just me. Jabu Sinyongo, Anna Mohape. So I see sometimes in the comment section people trying to correct me. I'm like, even if you teach me to say this word, next time I'll say it wrong. It's just a thing for me, okay? If I was born from a rich family, maybe my mother will take me for speech therapy. Why would I be speech therapy? Lungi M, Precious Pearl. Looks they wouldn't even notice it because it only happened, and it's not just English, it's Zulu too, you guys. There's words that for the life of me I will not be able to say it correctly, even if I say it and you say it. I remember this one time, yeah, it's sense writing at school and these words many times, and then I would have to read them because the teacher just didn't understand. And but there will be certain letters that I can't write, and there will be certain words that I just can't say. It doesn't matter how many times you teach me to say the word, I won't be able to say it. Now that I'm an adult, I know that it was a serious problem, but nobody ever paid attention to it. Precious Pearl, Lungi M was here, Lindy Webembe, Jabu Sinyongo, Petty Mkunu, Spook, Matambo was here. I think I said Linda Lokana. Okay, Joyce Villa guys. Oh, Mama was here. Did I read this comment? The court action by the aunt proves Zoleka's feelings right about her. Yeah, she was right. She was right. She's not a good person if she did that. Okay. She's not a good person. And Eleanor's Chronicles was here. Poppy. I don't remember. It's her mom who was married in 2000. Oh, I read this one. And then Neon. Yes, thank you so much for being here. She's good. The nine is the aunt who is a sister to her mom. Oh, it's her mom's sister. Okay, it's her mom's sister. I think I missed your comment. Thank you for clarifying that. Elsie. Oh, Kanevele, there is a family, there is a Mandela family, and then there's the mom's family. Okay, there's two families here. Okay, like all of us. Okay, anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please do not forget to like the stream and also share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. I will see you later on today. Ginitanda kakulu.